Hi everyone, I am going to do a shop with me video. The last time I was in the craft reuse store. We only had a little bit of time in the store this day, so I was trying to be decisive. I also had a really bad migraine this day and the lighting was making it worse. So if I look angry in some of the scenes, that's why. There's so many things to look at in this store. I found some marquee letters here. Unfortunately, they did not have an M. I kind of go in the same track every time I go to this store, follow the same path. Lots of vintage slides and camera equipment. This is their sewing and fabric area. Y'all try to contain your excitement. It's just so amazing. The fabric wall, you'll see it in a second, is honestly one of the main reasons I drive so far to go to this store. I mean, I don't think I've seen it this well stocked in a while. They just have so, I kind of wish they organized it a little bit better by color, but they do try to organize it by fabric type or weave, and then by amount of yardage. So you just kind of have to dig, which is part of the fun, I think. Carrie, I know your heart's probably stopping about right now. It's okay, it's okay. This is one of the things that I did pick up. If you stay tuned, you'll see my haul. And yes, that is what you think it is. I thought this 90s airplane fabric was adorable, but I had no need for it. So normally when I have a little more time, I grab a bag and you can fill a bag for $2 of scraps. That is so fun to do. I found some really amazing fabrics that way, but we were pushed for time, so I tried to stick to just the fat quarters and the bundles this time. And they also had a record number of fat quarters. I don't think I've seen this many there ever. Lots of modern quilting material, but if you dig deep enough, you can find vintage. So I think their seam binding and rickrack and all those are a little overpriced, so I hardly ever buy that unless I see something very unique that I don't have. Their trims are also quite awesome. I was showing that part of that was cut off. I wish it was the whole thing. I would have bought it for that reason alone. I can't not look at the cross stitch and crewel kits. I just cannot. I don't really have time to do needlework, but I just love it. I miss doing it actually. Although now I have to use glasses and a task light to do needlework. This is the office supply area and school supply area, and you know I had to stop and look in the box of rulers. I did not buy one this time though, so I need a pat on the back. Lots of children's games and flashcards and such, but hardly any vintage flashcards show up here. I don't think I've found any at all, actually. Coin wrappers. They sell jewelry that's, you know, put together that you could take apart if you'd like. Hello everyone, this is Meg at Chasing Retro. I have a very large haul to share with you today. And as well as that, you have just watched the walkthrough or the shop with me video of when I went to my local craft reuse store. So I hope you enjoyed that. I don't get to do that very often. My husband was gracious enough to be my cameraman, and I tried to pretend like that the camera was not on me so I would not act weird. So I really do hope that you enjoyed that, and I'm going to show you what I bought that day in a minute. But first I wanted to show you a few other things that I have picked up along the way for junk journaling. The first two items came from my daughter when she cleaned off her bookshelf. She was getting her room ready from transitioning to high school to college, and she had a lot of books on her shelf she no longer needed or wanted. So one of them was a grammar guide that I bought her for middle and high school, and she really, I don't think, ever used. It was required in our state to have a grammar guide and things like that available, the thesaurus and dictionary for English, high school level English courses. So we had it available, but I don't know that with Grammarly and so many helps online and the things that are built into word processing now, you really don't need these very much. But the pictures in here were very unique and interesting. So I told her, you know what, let me have it, and if there's anything that I can salvage for journals, I will. Otherwise, I'm going to donate this to the thrift shop. This is something I gave her a long time ago as a gift, and she said, I'm sorry, but I just never used it. But that's fine. We can use it definitely for journals. Lots of fun little... These would be fun to just tear out and fold up and put into a pocket as just a fun little page for someone to complete who buys one of my journals. So kind of cute. And also, if I can get it off, this is a printed, I thought I could use this in a creative way somehow too. All these little faces. All right, this one is slightly, shall I say, snarky, if you will. But this is just a book about, I just happened to hear about this book. I want to say I saw someone on YouTube haul this book, and I was like, oh, I have to find it. And it's out of print, but it's not only funny. So I've read through it and laughed my head off, but the pictures in here are amazing, and you can cut them out and use them as a sewing pattern lady or man. But they're taken from sewing pattern covers or maybe sewing pattern counter catalogs. And then they all have little, let's see if I can find one that's not so risque or inappropriate or disrespectful. Okay, here's one. Shelly, come smell this leaf. So it's like, you know, it's the kind, I don't know what you kind of call this kind of humor. Dry humor? I don't know. It's the kind of humor that my husband and I have, unfortunately. Rebecca, did you eat that rose? I can't say that one out loud. That's weird. The frogs. Haha, Mr. Patterson. Mr. Patterson, look, this file is big. So as you can see, they're delightful. The images are delightful. The sayings, not so much, but some of them are really funny, laugh out loud funny. The reviews of this book were also funny because the people, I think some of the people who bought it didn't know that it was a humor book. So that was fun. Okay, I finally got this book. So I forgot to tell you, these 3 books are from thriftbooks.com. I finally decided to take the plunge and get this book. I know a lot of junk journaling people use this book and make the cutest pockets out of them, and I wanted to have my own copy. There's tons of different versions of it, tons of different printing years, and also variations of the title, so it was really hard to find the exact one that I thought I wanted, but I think I found it. Also, I love this little cat holding the cat. Cat, teddy bear, whatever it is. This is the, if you guys want to get one as well, this is the printing, the 1955 original, but this is the 22nd printing in 73. So there's going to be some things in here from the 70s like Richard Scary, but then you've got some of the original 1955, I guess, pictures in here. And it's just going to be fun to go through. It looks like nobody's even used this book. The pages are so clean. I love it. And it was a really good price. I mean, this I've seen these going for like $25, and I would never pay that. Last but not least, this one has some scuffing. I don't know if this is scuff or dirt. I'm guessing it's scuff. If you guys have tips on how to get that off, there may not be a way, that's fine. But I got this because I had this book when I was a kid and I loved it. So I knew I wanted to make a journal for myself out of it at some point. It is very square, so it'll be a challenge because I don't think I've ever made a square journal. It's oversized and square, so I'm going to be watching some videos to figure out how to do this, but very excited about it. It's very Holly Hobby-esque, you know, but the cousins are all different, and they all have kind of different personalities, and I used to be envious of her hair. So there are more cousins stories by this lady, one or two more. I guess they weren't that popular, but this is the first one. All right, so let me show you what I found at the craft reuse store. We'll start with the fabric because y'all know that that's the most important thing. I got this. I don't think it's super vintage. It is, well, the glitter's coming off with the tape. It is glittered satin, I think. Poinsettia material. I'm pretty sure this is satin. Yeah. And it just looked retro to me. I don't know that it is. It may be 90s, you know, but oh my goodness, how amazing would this be made into a journal, if not just journal pockets or something. I love it. I love it so much. I will probably never use all of this, so I might choose to give a little bit of this in Happy Meal. We'll see, but I couldn't leave that laying there for sure. I got this because it was just very unique. The first thing that caught my eye was the colors. It reminded me of Vegetable Medley. I love these three colors together. And I'm pretty sure these are Bull Terriers. Y'all let me know if you agree. It's sort of I don't really know what this kind of material is called. It's a very loose woven cotton with like a window pane weave. And it's just interesting. You know, you just don't see stuff like this. And it was cheap, so I decided to get it. This one I got because I'm going to use it in my Heidi journals, even though it's actually Dutch. The images are Dutch. There were several pieces of Dutch fabric there. I guess someone had a project they were working on. So we've got some windmills and some little kids in wooden shoes. However, the colors are right in line with the Heidi journals. So it still looks very alpine to me, so I'm going to use it. And it's sort of a bark cloth material. I love it. I don't know what it's officially called, but I love it. Okay, Carrie, you're going to scream. I found this whole thing of Swiss dot. Now, I don't know if it is vintage or not. The print makes me think that it is, just the way the flowers are drawn. But it is a printed Swiss dot, and it is absolutely amazing. I mean, amazing. I would wear a dress out of this. But we all know that we're going to use it with journals instead, but still, isn't it so cool? Swiss dot, printed Swiss dot. I never see anything like this in the wild, ever. I don't think the reuse store knew what they had. If they knew how much we love dotted Swiss, they would have charged me accordingly. Okay, this, I got 3 rolls of contact paper. Carol, I'm looking at you, kid. This is right up your alley. It is, I did not know that Peanuts made contact paper. It looks 90s. And it's just amazing. It's teal, like teal. And it looks like, when I first saw it, I thought it was wrapping paper because they put all of those types of things in the same bin. But then I was like, oh my gosh, that's contact paper. So how fun. I bet a teacher would use this in their classroom in the 90s. You know how teachers would use contact paper on everything. I found this. This one is pretty water damaged and it has some yucky rubber band residue, but I mean, it's pretty gross. Looks like it was maybe under somebody's bathroom sink. But I will salvage what I can, and it's just a very 90s looking floral. I wish they still made prints like this for contact paper. This is, and I guess this is technically shelf liner. It's vinyl, but it's slightly sticky. I think my grandma had this same print, and it is very 80s. So I'm excited. I have a good bit left on here. I'm excited about this, using this in my house and home journals. Okay, we kind of deviated from fabric. Let's get back to fabric. I was really good. I was very, very well behaved. I only got a little bit of fabric this time compared to what I could have done. I tried to limit myself to only things that have themes coming up, or only things that are truly vintage. This is a vintage calico that is green and red, so I guess it could be Christmassy, but it's just cute. This is for the Peaches and Cream journals, and this is for a themed journal. It is not old. It feels very new. In fact, let's look at this. It says, oh, it is Cranston, but I don't think it's that old. It's a quilting fabric. This one was just unique, and it just kind of looked like something from the 50s. So I grabbed it. It looks like dinner plates or hats or something. But I don't really have anything this soft blue. This, whenever I see purple flowers, I get it usually because you don't really see purple very often. And y'all know I can't pass up the rosebud. This is like what you would make a little child's nightgown out of. I had several. Most of mine were blue, but I think I had a pink too. This one is not vintage, I don't think, but it sure does look like it. And I love it. It's got paisley and all shades of green, except for Kelly green. They're all represented here. And then I got 4 things that probably came in a charm pack, and the lady who checked me out that worked there squealed, and I have to agree with her. These are vintage baby prints. They look like they came from vintage greeting cards or something. And they were not packaged together. They were separate, but I bought all that they had. And they're just so adorable. Are they not? I wish I knew who made these. Oh, wait. Do I see words? No. I don't know who made them, and I don't see the edge. That's, you know, the edge, whatever that's called. Not mitered. That's woodworking. Selvage is what I'm trying to say. There's a selvage edge, but there's no words on it. Yeah, I don't know. If y'all know what this is, you guys who are more versed on fabric brands and, you know, fabric releases by some of these designers, let me know if you can tell me what this is, because it's adorable. Okay, I found some trims. I found this one. Oh, wow. Does that say $9.98 as in 1998? That's cool. The trim shop. Maybe Old Michael's or Walmart. Not sure. But it's mauve, and I didn't have any mauve. And then I found this. It's the double-edged eyelet lace with calico in the middle. How adorable is that? And then I got this because whenever I see these little Create Craft laces, if they're not white, I try to grab them because they're just so useful. This just screams 90s to me. I remember when a lot of people would use this in their daughters' rooms, this combo of plaid. And it's just colorful and fun. It is wire edged, but I can take the wire out if I decide to do something with it. I'll probably use this to make fabric ruffles, maybe a tie, I don't know. Oh, that's cool. She put them in, I have a little interior pocket in my reusable bag, and she put the more brittle things in there for me. My husband loves origami, so he found this. It was 25 cents. And it's just lots more folding and lots more paper. Very exciting. Very authentic. This, y'all, I can't pass these up. I think I've bought 7 or 8 of them already in different sizes. These are the little mats for cross stitch. And you frame it, but you have a little decorative mat. And I think it's so adorable. I don't know if the design is on here. It says watermelon. Let's look. Let's see. There's the mat. There it is, yes. So if you wanted to put that in there, you could. Cute. Okay, my daughter found this and I wanted to hug her. It looks, I don't think they're super vintage, but it looks like someone has an embroidery machine and they were playing around with some stuff. This whole bag was 50 cents. We have this adorable little guy. He is flocked. Like they did it on flocked fabric, which is brilliant, and then cut it out. This little guy, that's not handmade. 2018, that's not old either. This looks like Thumper. We have some interfacing country hearts. This little guy, blue and red monkey. Another Thumper. This dog, he looks kind of like Clifford, but he's white. He's cute though. This clown, who I feel like he needs a hat, but he's still kind of cute. This is adorable. I love this. I thought it was an apple with a worm coming out of it when I first saw it, and then I realized it was a bird. Here's an apple though, and another Thumper. We have 3 Thumpers. Okay, oh, and another apple in here. So that'll go in my applique box. Okay. I got one sewing pattern, and I already have this one, but I got it anyway because I'm doing a nighttime / slumber party theme journal at some point. All right, these are not for junk journaling, but I got them for my home for fall decorating. They were in a box that said mini wreaths, but I don't think that's what they are. I think they're candle rings, but I love them. I love the colors. I love the faceted. They're plastic, but they're extra faceted, so they're very sparkly. And then they have these that almost looks like parsley plastic leaves. So there were 3. I was hoping there'd be 4, but I only saw 3. And then I got this box of, you know, these things, coin wrappers. And First Union Bank, I don't know if it's nationwide, but my grandparents used to bank there, so I thought that was pretty special. Oh, these are my daughter's beads, so I'll put those over here because those are for her jewelry making. I had rubber stamps, fill a bag for $2 or 50 cents each. So I filled like to the brim. I put as many as I could in here. I normally don't buy really big stamps, but this was too cute. May our house be warm and our friends be many. So I thought this would be fun to stamp with Stays on ink and then use watercolor. This just reminds me of my daughter because she has a bunny that she has slept with since she was born, and then she has bunny slippers too. They had a series of these that were all paper doll dresses, but I really only liked this one, so I brought this one home with me. I got 2 shoes. I kind of like the way they're drawn. You were the apple of my eye. Star of David, and hand sewn by like a label maker. That was my stamp finds. I found these embossing folders. These are just a sliver one, like borders, I guess you would say. So I couldn't sleep last night, so I was thinking of ways I could use this. I could use these as, you know, I can use a cutoff strip and emboss it and then use it in clusters or something. But I can also get a piece of cardstock that tall and just emboss the corner of it. Or like not this way because it won't fit in my machine, but this way, and I can have like a cardstock journaling card with embossing on one side. So that was kind of cool. This was too interesting and cute not to pass up. It said 3D card making kit, and they're Dutch, I think, and they are just so cute. You have to cut them out, and I wish I had these for my teddy bear journals, but that's okay. I'll use them anyway. You cut them out, and then the papers are honestly worth the $2 anyway because they're just really good quality paper. And then, ooh, this is foam. I hope the directions are in here. Oh no, it's going to have to be translated. That's why we have translation things on our phones, right? So, yeah, that'll be fun though. Very cute. And the box can totally be reused for ephemera. Next, I found this home ec booklet from Clemson University, which is right down the road. And it's actually Department of Agriculture. I don't know why. The extension can't. So you could go to the extension office for soil testing and stuff. And I guess they used to have, you know, pamphlets on how to make drapes as well. That's pretty cool. Maybe I should show them. I know someone that works in the soil testing office there. They would find that funny. This, I never see this at this craft reuse. This is a whole set of Little Women paper dolls. And they're already cut out, but they're in here. And they're taped closed, so I will not open this right now, but how cool is that? I'm serious. I never see anything like this there. So I was tickled to find that. I got 20 cards for $1. Christmas themed, which I really don't need, but they were only $1 and I will find a way to use them. Some looked vintage, some did not. Adorable. Yeah, a lot of these do appear to be vintage, huh? Ooh. This one's like 90s looking. That's a duplicate of the other one. American Greetings, 1974. That's kind of vintage. Olin Mills. It's a photo card from Olin Mills. How neat. That's awesome. These look 2000s, don't they? Oh, how cute. Seashell tree. I know some people like the primitive look. It's like not my thing at all. So I'll probably donate this one. Well, a lot of these still have very usable images though. I like this. Ooh, look at this. A pop-out stocking. Cute. That's an expensive card when it came out. All right, that's my 20 themed Christmas cards. I never see this in the wild either. I found some typewriter paper. It's usually, I mean, originally 100 sheets. I'm guessing there's only about 25 in here left, but I'll take what I can get. Like I have time for this, but when I find vintage crewel or cross-stitch kits that look retro, I get them. This one had rainbows and strawberries. This is, I keep finding these, y'all. This will be going in my shop for those of you who might want to make a vintage space journal. So I was excited about that. I got these 7 shower card invitations. They are not vintage, I don't think, but they look really, they almost look handmade. So that's cool. Very pretty. It's got gold gilding. And then I got these wired daisies for my daisy journals. I got these very 90s invites for my sleepover journals. I love it. I love it. I love it. Then I got a few pieces of ephemera. Oops, a needle fell out of one of the needle books. I found an Amtrak menu. I'm assuming this is the 90s, which is the last time I rode Amtrak. I did not eat on it though. I was not on it long enough to eat. But that's really cool. I will be using that as ephemera. And then needle books. There's like carbon paper or something in there. I got 2 needle books from Western Auto. So I thought that was kind of funny because it's like a manly store. Well, it says the family store. But they have needle books. So I've never seen one from an automotive shop. Last but not least, did y'all have Brindle's department stores? We did, and I love that it's still on the card. I will be using this somehow as a topper, maybe, for my vintage retail journals. I'm just leaving it on the card like this. It's amazing. That was my haul, guys. Let me know your favorite thing. And let me know if you like the Shop With Me video. Maybe I can try to do it again. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.